Hey, what's up guys? Thank you for tuning in here. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Kingdoms Deluxe Class Warpath. This is the new Classics, Universe, Generations, whatever version of G1 Warpath, his original character model and original G1 toy. So yeah, this is kind of fun. Right off the bat with this guy, he is small, so I think it's kind of fun because it is a really nice, package of engineering and oomph and a smaller deluxe toy. I really enjoy when they pull that off, and he's got some really intricate engineering. But yeah, so for anybody who may not like that type of, smaller sized figure in a higher price point box, you may not enjoy this guy too much, and if you don't like parts forming, he's definitely not the one for you. But hey, if you're brave in it, let's go ahead and take a look at him. And to go ahead and get started here, we've got Warpath as he comes packaged in his robot mode, and he's really nice, again, squat little figure. We're going to get him compared to some other guys here in a bit, but he is pretty stout here. I want to go ahead and cover one issue that I've seen a lot of people talk about, and that's his paint. He has a lot of paint on this figure. A lot of this is paint, apparently, a lot of this surface detail. So, especially in his feet here, it is red painted onto white plastic, and then in the arms here, it's red painted onto white. So, a lot of people have really pointed this out as an issue. I can see why it's kind of, annoying to the eye because you have this, break in those colors there that don't really seem appropriate, but I don't mind because it makes the most sense in my mind to go ahead and cast this in white and then to paint it red instead of the other way around. Painting something in white would probably be more egregious. Not that it's impossible, but hey, mine has not scratched or scuffed yet, so I might feel differently when and if that does happen. It does have a piece of parts forming here, so you can go ahead and take this off. This is it's a front part of his tank. It makes the undercarriage bit. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, this is a little thing. I don't know if this is painted. I don't think it is because this under part is, but I think this top part might be painted, and then the bottom is actually the real plastic, because these are definitely two very different shades of red. So that's kind of fun there, but you can go ahead and plug this on anywhere. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and leave it off of it, but he can use it as an actual shield. It kind of looks more, shield-ish than some of the other stuff we've seen, and then, kind of where I like to leave it is right here on the shoulder. The one kind of doofy thing about it is at first I was like, oh, that'll be nice. You can kind of plug it in right here, but you can, and it looks a little silly. But you can get this just on the back if you want to have him symmetrical looking. You can go ahead and do whatever you want with that pant. If you want to do what a lot of people will probably do, you can take it and just yeet it to the side. Let's go ahead and take a look at his detailing here. His head sculpt is very nice. I enjoy it a lot. The only thing that's kind of iffy about it is the fact that the eyes are very dead. I think that's on character for him, and a lot of his toys, they all kind of have that. And on my Generations one, I painted the eyes blue. So I might get in there again and paint these ones blue, but he does look a little dead. He looks a little Studio Series 1986, if you know what I mean. And but he's got some really nice sculpting all over here on the tank turret. I really enjoy this a lot. The Greeble and stuff that they wore for Cybertron Trilogy figures have kind of been allowed. Really lends itself here, and I enjoy it a lot. So he fills out his all of his mass. He has little panels here that click in from the transformation, so he doesn't have too many hollow bits aside from under here, but again, that's for allowance for everything else. And the way this all kind of explodes out for the transformation is very neat. So surface detail is very nice, and he kind of fills it all out. And again, he's got this squat, beefy little stature to him, so he just looks like he's ready to try and guff somebody up. For anybody curious, here is, Classics Warpath versus the Classics Warpath. This is the Generations one I talked about earlier. And yeah, so I mean, there is some contention. Some people think that the old one still really scales up, and some people believe that the new one really is a true and tried upgrade. So it's totally your opinion. I'm not going to be rushing to get rid of this guy. I think he still is a really nice figure, really nice. It's a totally different design, just based around the same, similar concept and character model. So, he still has a purpose in my collection. I think this is still a really sick figure, even if this one's a nice little cartoony Warpath. And here you got Warpath with Optimus Prime from the Earthrise / Kingdom / whatever line. And yeah, you got a Voyager class and a Deluxe class, and an itty bitty Deluxe class at that. So I'm not going to move the camera up. You can already see where this is going to go, and that's what you're working with. And here we've got Warpath and Bumblebee. So these are kind of the best, I think the most ample comparison, because you've got Minibot with Minibot here. And this is, again, what they're going with. You have some figures with a little bit more engineering, something that, do a little bit more. They feel a little bit better, better articulation and all that at a higher price point, as opposed to like a Legend or a Scout class or something like that. So, and again, Bumblebee is really small here. So you can see that Warpath still scales up above him a lot. So Warpath really comes in the middle between the taller Deluxes like Wheeljack and Ironhide, and, the shorter ones like Bumblebee here. Now, it's not like a feature or anything, but he does have a, tank turret in the center of his chest because of, that's where it is. And it makes this a singular nipple here on his chest. It is adaptable for siege blast effects, so you can go ahead and just plug that in there. And, he can pow, kablam, kablooey, and, do his little thing all over the place till his heart's content. And it's really cute. And also, if you want, again, it's not a weapon form exactly, but if you want to give him a gun that is, I guess, better than that, and you want one that's, jettisoning out from his, center mass, you can put this out from his chest. test. And yeah, hey, it's goofy as all heck, but hey, toys are about playability. Your toy, play with it however you want. Warpath was released in the year 2021, so he absolutely has some good articulation. His head is on a ball joint here that goes up and down that much. It's going to rotate 360 degrees. His arms are on a hinge, so they're going to rotate 360. They go in and outward that much. They're going to rotate 360 at the elbow, bend that much at the elbow, and then his wrists have some rotation, 360 there. Get some guff because they're a little tight, but hey, they can do it. His waist is going to rotate a bit. It gets knocked by some of the kibble back here. It's really not kibble. I used the wrong word, but hey, this mass back here, it's going to block it, but it can rotate left and right pretty good. His legs are going to go forward and backward that much. They're going to go in and outward that much. Rotate 360 at the bicep. They're going to bend that much at the knee, and his ankles are surprisingly on pivot, so it transforms in this really neat way to kind of allow this to happen. So, you know, he does have left to right ankle motion, so I think it's a really nice little figure. And then also, if you want, you know, nipple articulation, you can pull this out here, and yeah, he's got some really nice little movement. And again, his you know, fat boat shoes here have actual pivots in them. I think that's super impressive. And again, the transformation, all of his, you know, hinges and inner workings in here, I think it's really neat how they got this guy to kind of whoop and come back as a robot. And Warpath here, and this Warpath here, not X-Men's Warpath, this Warpath right here, has a really interesting transformation, so let's go ahead and get to it. Warpath in his itty bitty tank that could mode, and I enjoy this tank mode a lot. It's really nice. It's not like small, but it is squat. It's just a really nice like handheld uniform fitting figure. He's really solid in robot mode, and he's very solid in vehicle mode. You really shouldn't have any issues with him coming apart. His parts forming piece down here, this is where it goes. It forms again like that front under part of the tank. This again has some tabs in the panel here like you saw, and also some tabs in the legs. Where this tabs in kind of keeps all this front together as opposed from these itty bitty tabs in the panels up here. And yeah, it's just really nice. I really enjoy how he feels. He has a really nice sculpted detail all the way around him. I enjoy it a lot. It doesn't really get washed out or anything because you can see the red versus the casted paint bits over there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with how this kind of came out. He doesn't really look mismatched as I saw him kind of get blown out in some photographs. And this red over white plastic paint over here, I don't really mind it at all. He's still, again, obviously it's the same tank turret, so you can get him with, get him with some blasty effects. So again, you want him to kind of zip-zop through town. Come on, or a Lego building, whatever, and you just he can do that. It's all fun. He's got some rolling gear down here, so he's got 4 little wheels. He can roll decently, nothing bad, and yeah, he's got some limp blasting there. So all the fun in the world. I would like to go ahead and get Warpath again in here with his Generations counterpart, and here are two tanks together. So the differences here is that he's kind of a standard tank. I don't know the model, sorry, but this is kind of, you know, your regular tank with everything is kind of together. This is kind of your, sci-fi H tank. So some people kind of see this as cheating because of the limbs all around where, you know, this, you actually have to fill out all that space. So again, these guys still look really, really nice. I think it's interesting that it's the War for Cybertron trilogy. I know he's Earth tank, but this guy really looks like a Cybertronian tank compared to this. So yeah, again, I still dig this figure a lot. They serve entirely different purposes here. You see their turrets there together, and they can just, you know, kablam, boogaloo, whatever, you know, do whatever stuff together. Why not? And also forgot to mention articulation, not really. Take my favorite blast effect for him again here, the Omega Supreme one. I think that's what that is. Plug it in here, and he's got some swivel. So, you know, you can swivel this around and hit anything within, you know, I don't know how far tanks shoot. A wide array of distance, so that's always fun. I think it looks really, really cool like that. So I like this a lot. I really, really enjoy this Warpath, and I pretty much added things to talk about with him. I think it's really neat. I think the transformation's awesome. I really like, you know, I was worried about the paint being scuffed and everything like that, or easily scuffed, and I've not really seen any type of fragility in that coating there. So hopefully it holds up, and hopefully it doesn't, you know, kind of disintegrate on me. So if you guys have any questions about Warpath, maybe something I didn't cover in the video specifically, please feel free to leave a comment in the section down below. I'd be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Please like this video if you enjoyed this content or not. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.